Welcome back to Sports Scene, everybody. Dan Freemuth back with you here on SEN. Well, finally tonight, let's close this evening's show on the hardwood, but focusing not on basketball, but rather boys volleyball, where after a pair of absolutely dominant campaigns, a bit of a rebuild is currently underway at Parkland. Over the last 2 seasons, the Trojans, they have won 44 of 48 matches, earning back-to-back league championships, back-to-back district titles, and back-to-back trips to the state finals. But Parkland returns just 3 seniors from last year's 21-win group. But count the Trojans out at your own peril, because as Cassie Schmidt recently found out, they more than believe they've got the talent to remain at the top this time around.
Winning is the expectation and standard of the Parkland boys volleyball program, who enters 2025 with a ton of young talent who's ready to prove that just because they have some new faces doesn't mean there will be any drop-off.
We're really excited, especially with having all the seniors that have left, and it's a really young program again. We're really excited to see how much we can grow this year and try to replicate what we've done in the past.
Kind of proving that even though we did graduate, a lot of people, we're still a really good team, strong players, technically good, and we're all together.
Fully aware this season will be one of growth, but thankful to have strong leaders in its 3 seniors like Josh Nation, Alex Schock, and Nick Bauer, and feeling like those 3 have given them a strong starting point, especially offensively.
I think we can rely on me, Josh, Alex, just the guys with experience. We can definitely lean on us, get some points while the younger guys get their experience, get their head in the game, because everybody knows some nerves at the start. Get those out and just get going from there.
I think offensively, I mean, having Josh back, having a kind of reliable source wherever he is on the court, he can be a terminal player, is obviously huge. Every team wants that, and his block as well. But other than that, it's we're new across the board. We have a new setter, a new libero, new outsides, new middles, new opposite. So the good news is that they're all going to be experiencing those nerves at the same time, but obviously that's a negative as well. But I'm going to try to take it as a positive of, maybe they don't know what they're experiencing, and you kind of go into it blind and hope for the best, and you don't really realize the pressure you're under.
It puts us in a situation that we can kind of take charge in a big game, especially with such a young team. We just know what to do.
Whether it's the experience from back-to-back showings in a state championship for volleyball, or their multi-sport athletes getting a taste of success at the state level in both basketball and soccer, it is that playoff experience overall at Parkland that they believe gives them an edge that maybe some other teams might not have.
Without a doubt. I mean, having a couple guys that were on the roster last year and had exposure to what we did in 2023 as well. And then we have basketball players that watched the basketball team do what they did last year and what they're doing this year as well. We have to lean on that stuff. I mean, there's no reason not to. Even our soccer team, we got a couple soccer kids on the team too that saw what the varsity team did. So anytime we can lean on that and let them know that, there are big things that are expected, but at the same time, it requires hard work. It requires a lot of time and energy. It doesn't come naturally. Everybody's shooting for you at that point. But we're really excited. Just the group that's back is great. There are a lot of younger kids on the roster this year that'll lean on those seniors, and we'll see how things shake out.
Just being comfortable with an atmosphere. Playoff atmosphere is always loud. It gets tense, and if we have guys that have been there before, it makes things a whole lot easier.
From Parkland High School, I'm Cassie Schmidt for SEN.
Thanks a lot, Cassie. Now, Parkland ultimately finished 21-4 last season, falling in the state final to Shaler a year after edging the Titans for PIAA Gold. The Trojans are scrimmaging Penridge today and Central Dauphin on Saturday before opening the 2025 regular season Tuesday at Liberty. They will then get Bethlehem Catholic at home on Wednesday before this March 25th showdown at Southern Lehigh, which is the first of our 3 must-see matches for the Parkland boys volleyball team here in 2025. Mentioned Parkland, your District 3A champs from a season ago. Well, the Spartans, they were 2A champions, part of a 15-win season for the fellas from Center Valley. And then Parkland at Emmaus. Anytime the Trojans and Green Hornets match up, it's must-see TV. And we expect these 2 teams, like they are seemingly every single year, to be at the top of the table in both the East Bend Conference and District 11 standings. Emmaus was EPC and District 3A semifinalists a season ago. They won 16 of 19 matches in year 1 under John Wilson. He is back for season number 2, and the Green Hornets back and expected again to be among the league and district contenders here in 2025. Our final must-see match for the Parkland boys volleyball team comes on April the 24th against a Nazareth team that qualified for both EPCs and districts a season ago, went 15-7, and returns a host of players from that 15-win group, including setter Jake Rice, outside hitter Jackson Beachy, and defensive specialist Noah Bogar. Now, outside of this, the Trojans will also take part in the Bobcat Invitational, which is one of the best boys volleyball tournaments. That's going to take place on Saturday, March 29th, and then 2 weeks after that, the Kohler Classic on Saturday, April the 12th. Those two tournaments will be outstanding litmus tests for Scott Trumbauer's group, which will wrap up regular season play on Wednesday, April the 30th against rival Emmaus. Again, Parkland went 21-4 a season ago. League champs for the third straight year, district champs for the second straight season, but a whole lot of turnover. That senior class that graduated a year ago, they went 80-11, and you heard all the replacements that now have to step up. What an opportunity for those young men. They've been waiting in the wings, watching all this success. Now it's their opportunity to step into the spotlight, and you can see just how excited they are. They know, however, that standard, it is sky high for that Parkland boys volleyball team. Best of luck to the Trojans coming up here in the spring. That's going to do it for us on this evening's edition of Lehigh Valley Sports Scene. For all